Hey, this is Ryan from the Black Dahlia Murder, and welcome to GuitarMessenger.com.
Are there things you're listening to now that you just come across? You mentioned Guthrie Trap as a player. What about bands and other music that you've recently discovered?
Mahavishnu Orchestra. That's like a band that I've kind of gotten into recently.
Okay.
Some of the fusion stuff. I like tribal tech a lot, even though Scott Henderson and all that stuff.
Yeah.
As far as like metal and stuff goes, I like Ghost. I don't want to sound like I'm on the bandwagon, but I really do love Ghost.
There's a big bandwagon going for them.
As I like them. Yeah. I really like their music. I don't know. I just got the new Darkane album. For those of you in the Swedish metal and stuff like that, I really always like their CDs. I don't know, man. I haven't really been listening to like a lot of like bands lately.
I find with a lot of touring metal musicians that in their off time they maybe don't spend as much time actually listening to heavy stuff. You find that that's true? You kind of get into the stuff. I really don't listen to much heavy stuff, honestly. I will every now and then, but it's usually like the stuff that I first got into when I was listening to heavy stuff. Like I don't really know much about like too much new stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel really weird. Like I like the Cardigans a lot and stuff like Depeche Mode. I find myself usually listening to more stuff like that, more like mellow stuff.
What's a question you've never been asked before in an interview?
Oh man, this is the hardest. this question.
Give me something you've never brought up before in an interview. It could be a story, an epic tale of sorts. Just anything.
This isn't very epic, but no one ever asked me about the type of beer that I like to drink.
What's your favorite beer?
I generally like IPAs, like stuff that like Founders makes. Two Hearted Ale. What is it? This is like Dead Guy, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff.
Rogue.
Yeah, I like IPAs though. Like, generally, I'm not too picky. Like, I'll drink pretty much any IPA. I also drink Coors Light and stuff like that too. That's like pool beer, I call it. It's like hangout beer.
Lawnmower beer.
Oh yeah, there you go. Lawnmower beer. That's a good one. Hangout beer, barbecue beer. I like that stuff too. So, all right.
All right, cool. Maybe we'll get a little sponsorship going for this video.
Yeah. Hook me up.
What do you do when you're not playing guitar, making music, listening?
When I'm at home, I just like hang out with my daughter a lot. I teach guitar, but that's still guitar playing. I go to baseball games when I can. I go to bars every now and then. I really don't drink much when I'm at home though. I have other stuff to occupy me. Other stuff that I can't think about, of course, right now. I watch Netflix a lot.
What's your favorite shows?
I usually just watch documentaries.
Okay.
But as far as like TV shows and stuff go, I like Weeds. I like Dexter. I sort of like Sons of Anarchy. I do like Sons of Anarchy. I just haven't gotten far with it.
New season coming this fall.
Yep. I like The Walking Dead. I like Fresh Prince. That's a classic. Yeah. I also like to watch like all the stuff that used to come on. I think it was TGIF. Like I like Urkel. I like Family Matters.
Yeah.
I still like Home Improvement. I like all that stuff.
Gear-wise, what's changed over the last few albums for you, or what's your rig like these days?
For the past few albums, like basically right when I joined Black Dahlia, I was playing the heads. I was playing were 6505s, PVs. On this tour, I actually just went back to a Mesa single rectifier. It's like a 50 watt. I don't know why I went back to that. It just seems easier for me to play on or something. I don't like the way it sounds. So that's what I'm back to for now. Like a Maxon OD808 in the front. Yep. It's always on. I think I have the OD9 now. Since 2011, I've been using a TC Electronics G Major 2. There you go.
Oh, right, for effects and
just for like
delays and stuff.
And some of the songs have like harmony parts, and it's got that intelligent pitch, so you can put the.
Oh yeah.
That's the main reason I have that. If I didn't have any harmony parts, I would probably get rid of that and just use whatever delay pedal.
Do you run that in the loop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For guitars, I usually play the RG550 sort of models.
Yeah.
This one is an FR. I just started playing this. I guess some people out there don't know that this guitar exists, but it does. It's a production model guitar. I think it's been around for like 5 years or something now.
Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, you don't see it shaped that often.
Yeah. I like it because the Telecaster is, in fact, my favorite guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And this guitar looks kind of like a Telecaster. So, and I was like, yeah. So they customize it out for me at the custom shop out there in California. So it's got a flame maple top. It's a basswood body. I used to play DiMarzios all the time, but I've been playing Seymour Duncans now for the past like 3 years. I just kind of prefer them now. And this is a 59, and this is I think a SH4. My other guitar, it's like a RG. It's like a custom shop model, but it's basically I forget the model name I'm going to compare it to. But anyway, it's got like a humbucker, and it's got 2 single coils, and the single coils are hot rails, and it's got a JB.
Okay.
And it's got a rosewood fretboard. This one has a maple fretboard and offset dots. I like offset dots. I like really simple stuff. So
for sure.
But yeah, so that's what this is. And Adam, I can't think of Adam's last name. He's a really cool guy though. He's at Floyd Upgrades. He actually came out to the Philly show and upgraded these to titanium. He put this block in the back. It's like a bigger block. It like helps with sustain, and it just makes it sound better.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, just by replacing this block actually does make this sound better.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then he put these like coated springs in, which I don't know enough about what that does, but it probably does something pretty cool. And I'm eventually probably going to replace this with all titanium stuff. He didn't have the right stuff at the time, so anyway, this Floyd will eventually be a little bit upgraded. But yeah, cool. So that's what this guitar is. I like it.
You've been at this for many years now. What's a piece of advice you can get for people trying to get out on the road with their bands and try to make it in the business?
I'd say just like work really hard, like try to be like the best you can be at, whatever you're trying to do, whether, if you want to be a lead guitar player, then, work hard at that, or if you want to be more of a songwriter. And then I guess, just get out there and play, like join a band and book shows and try to play as many as you possibly can around your area and around wherever you live, Yeah. I mean, that's how I sort of did it. And I just, you get to know people, and then one thing leads to another. Do whatever you want to do. Try to do it as proficiently as you can,
For sure.
That people will eventually take notice, and, you'll get a job of some sort. If not, make your own band, go somewhere, So.
Is there anything along in your career that if you had the wisdom that you have now, looking back at it, that you would have approached differently?
Well, I guess the whole spectrum of guitar playing, I would have, if I could like look back now, like, when I was like, when I was 15, if I could have gone about learning guitar, yeah, I would have already been learning like, the stuff that like my teacher started teaching me 3 or 4 years ago when I was 15, because if I'd have learned that then, now it's like, who knows? Yeah. But, you can't do anything about it. So, I pretty much don't have any regrets about anything other than that, I would approach guitar playing a little differently, but hey, whatever. I'm here and I'm still learning, so.
Yeah, and
you never quit learning on guitar. It's like endless, My only regret, I guess, is that I know I'll never have enough time to actually learn and play and do everything I want to do, so.
I think goes for all of us to some degree.
For real, yeah.
Man, thanks so much for your time, and good luck on the rest of the Warped Tour.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Yes.